Like, what is with everyone?
What is your... No, like, what is that?
Everyone. So, are you getting married? Oh, you guys are gonna get married and live such a good life. Get married and don't cheat. The grass is not greener.
I feel like she was cheating on.
Would you want to live on like a horses and stuff?
Hmm?
Would you want horses?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hold on. Wait. You good?
Yeah.
Is there cars? Can you look?
No, we're good.
What is up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's been a minute. Been freaking busy as hell with midterms, just finishing up a couple days ago, and my freaking puppy. She's almost 12 weeks on Sunday. I have a little video I'm going to put out like tomorrow, or maybe tonight, another one, or probably tomorrow, of her playing with our neighbor's dog. It's super funny. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm in Decker Canyon. It goes from the valley to Malibu, California. But it's a super sweet canyon to ride. Kind of sketchy though sometimes because there's a lot of gravel and dirt that gets in the road. It can be kind of dangerous for like motorcycles because we can, you know, low side and slip on it and shit if we're not careful. But yeah, I'm with my girlfriend Jessy, as you saw in the earlier clip before I started this. And yeah, she's awesome. She loves to ride with me, and she helps a lot when we're doing canyons and like turns. Like she leans with me, which is super helpful, especially on a lot of these turns because they're super. I don't know, just like this road is sketchy and it helps. But let me get into the video. Navy deployment stories, not really stories, but just like my first experience on a carrier, on an aircraft carrier, living on it. Because nothing you can do can prepare you for this experience. Not only, I mean, it's just everything about it is different. Like I remember the smell the first time I got on a carrier. Like I can still remember it today. It smelled just like a hospital, like super sterile. Like the first day that we got on, when it was like just coming out of being, what do you call it? Like I forget what the term is called, but like where the ship just gets cleaned like from top to bottom, and like I think it's called an overhaul. Gets overhauled maybe, but yeah, it was just super clean, like super sterile, like smelled like way clean, and that lasted for like a day. But so yeah, like just everything is so different. Even if you've been on a little boat before and like slept on a boat or like a cruise for a couple days, that's not even close. Not even. Like first off, the bunks, like the living situation, the berthings, what it's called, is just. I was in a 200-man berthing on this ship. So yeah, 200 of us lived on this, and that was insane to get used to. It's so many people to live with in just a little area. It's a berthing is literally just a P-way. It's in the ship. Ours was the aft berthing. My first deployment was on the Lincoln out of San Diego. And funny about that first deployment, it was supposed to be 5 months. 5-month world tour. Nope, turns into a 9-month combat deployment. So we ended up being in the Persian Gulf for almost a total of like 6 months. We went through the Straits of Hormuz 8 times. So we went from Arabian Sea to the Persian Gulf, back out to the Arabian Sea, back into the Persian Gulf. We did that 8 times. And we were basically like supporting Afghanistan and Iraq and stuff with our carrier by, you know, like providing air support, like with our F-18s and P-3s and helicopters and stuff. So we were doing that for a long time, and that was my first deployment. And yeah, like I said, the birthing was so hard to get used to, and the smell, like the smell of the birthing. Like, okay, after about a month or two, like the smell kind of went away. But at first, God, that's because the birthing is set up like it's like I said, it's a big P-way, and there's just racks on each side. They're stacked 3 high, like the bunks are called racks. So they're stacked 3 high, like just like a bunk bed, but super, super small. Like I'm 6'3", and I couldn't have my legs all the way out. I had to sleep curled up every night. And there's just a big hallway with beds for 200 people. It's just a room with 200 people with all those racks and all that dirty laundry and all that BO and all that heat. Like normally the AC was on, and it was like kind of cold, so you couldn't smell it that bad. But once it got a little bit warm, you smelt everything. It was so terrible. Like it was like your dirty laundry smell, like when you can actually start smelling your laundry, like when it gets that bad, you know, like your own personal laundry. It's like that smell, but times like 10. So that was hard to get used to. It was hard. But alright, so what else? Like, so the noise though, it was so freaking loud. Because we were right under the flight deck where we slept, because I was part of, you know, I was Airedales. I was part of a squadron. I didn't live on the ship, so we had the shitty berthings. So ours was right under the flight deck, dude. So the whole night, boosh, 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 freaking hearing F-18s land, take off right above my head. Funny thing is though, like, just like with the smell, you get used to the sound too. Like, it's loud all over the ship, regardless of where you sleep. But it's even louder under the flight deck for obvious reasons. But you get used to that too. Like that, after about a month or two, that turned into like helping me sleep. Like it was like, you know, like put me to sleep, which is crazy. Thinking about that now. The galley food, I'm not going to talk about a lot about that first experience. I already talked about that in some other videos, but it's really not that good. I mean, you can eat healthy if you want, but like it's so easy to like get fat on deployment if you don't work out and just eat shitty. So like be careful about that. And then fuck, the first time on the flight deck was super crazy. Super crazy. Not only was it my first time ever on the flight deck, an active flight deck with F-18s launching and taking off, aircraft taxiing, helicopters landing and taking off, all that shit going on like it's like one of the most dangerous jobs for sure out there, working on the flight deck of aircraft carrier. Definitely not as dangerous as like those Alaskan fishermen, whatever, but pretty dangerous. And my first time, it was dark. I was on night check, so I work nights. Like there's so much going on and there's so much you have to learn. Like you have to shadow somebody obviously while you're still new and getting qualified, but there's like so much to learn and to just like it's crazy to experience it. But yeah, so that's pretty much my first like experiences being on a carrier and all that. About to wrap up this video, but I will have a lot more videos coming soon. And yeah, definitely sooner than later. I'm gonna, like I said, I got that puppy one coming out about my dog. It's pretty funny. We're playing with our neighbor's dog, and definitely gonna talk about some more things, maybe some more stuff about boot camp, or maybe like a Q&A. So like ask me questions in the comments. Maybe I do a Q&A and it'll be fun. You can learn about me. All right, later.